Have you ever felt it? That chilling sensation when someone smiles at you, nods along, even says they're proud. But a whisper deep within your soul screams, they don't mean it. There's no tangible proof, no argument, no overt betrayal. An unsettling dissonance. Their energy feels off, their applause rings hollow, and their laughter seems rehearsed. You're not imagining things. Stay here to discover what truly drives these dynamics. And if you value authenticity, go ahead and hit that like button, then join us by subscribing and hitting the bell so you don't miss any new videos. In a world brimming with polished exteriors and curated interactions, discerning true connection from mere performance can be an intricate dance. We often navigate social landscapes where intentions are veiled, and genuine support can be hard to distinguish from subtle undermining. This intricate web of human interaction, where underlying resentments can masquerade as camaraderie, forms the core of an unsettling phenomenon, the hidden animosity from those closest to us, the sensation. Described where a warm smile masks a cold interior, is a profound psychological experience. It's an intuition, a primal alarm bell that rings when words and actions diverge from true sentiment. This isn't about paranoia. It's about recognizing the subtle cues that reveal a deeper, often uncomfortable, truth about human nature. When individuals harbor unspoken negativity, it rarely stays completely hidden. It leaks out through micro-expressions, shifts in body language, and a general emotional discord that can be deeply unsettling to the sensitive observer. This internal conflict, when projected outward, creates a dissonance that can be felt, even if it cannot be immediately articulated. The impact of such veiled animosity can be profound, silently eroding confidence, trust, and peace of mind. It's a slow poison that can drain your spirit, leaving you feeling confused and invalidated, as the source of the discomfort remains elusive. Understanding these hidden dynamics is not about fostering suspicion, but about developing a keener sense of emotional self-preservation and protecting your inner harmony. One of the most insidious manifestations of hidden resentment often comes disguised as humor, sarcasm, and contempt. You've undoubtedly heard the cutting remark followed by, "Relax, I was just joking," or "Why are you so sensitive?" It's a classic maneuver, a verbal sleight of hand that allows the aggressor to inflict pain while simultaneously deflecting responsibility. These aren't innocent jests. They are carefully aimed barbs, often targeting your known vulnerabilities. Imagine someone constantly making light of your career aspirations, perhaps saying, "Oh, still dreaming of that big promotion, huh?" Don't fall too hard when reality bites. The sting isn't in the words themselves, but in the underlying message of doubt and derision. Or consider a comment about your new passion project. "That's ambitious. Are you sure you have the time for something like that?" The laughter that follows from others can feel isolating, forcing you to question your own reaction. If you respond with hurt or annoyance, you're immediately labeled as dramatic or unable to take a joke, shifting the blame onto you. This pattern of veiled insults, where the joke consistently lands on your insecurities, is a form of emotional manipulation designed to keep you off balance. It's a passive-aggressive way of expressing disdain, subtly undermining your confidence without leaving any obvious bruises. The goal isn't to amuse, but to diminish, to make you feel small and foolish for daring to have aspirations or vulnerabilities. This constant erosion of your self-esteem, cloaked in humor, creates an environment where you are perpetually on guard, anticipating the next subtle attack. The laughter of others, combined with your own internal discomfort, becomes a painful reminder that something is fundamentally wrong. Even if you can't point to a direct accusation, another subtle but damaging behavior is covert sabotage, a quiet, undermining masked by feigned concern. Picture a scenario where a seemingly supportive colleague forgets to include you in a crucial email chain for a project you're leading, only to later apologize profusely, claiming an oversight. Or perhaps a friend offers advice that, in hindsight, steers you down a less effective path, always followed by the excuse, "I was just trying to help you avoid trouble." These aren't isolated incidents. They're patterns of subtle actions designed to impede your progress or undermine your success. Consider a moment when you're presenting an important idea and this person accidentally interrupts with a tangential question that derails your flow, then offers a wide-eyed apology. It's never overt, it's always deniable. They might miss your significant milestones, claiming last-minute emergencies or unavoidable commitments. Not once or twice, but consistently when it matters most. This isn't merely forgetfulness or bad luck on their part. It's a deliberate, yet disguised effort to keep you from shining. Their actions are designed to keep you small, to subtly introduce obstacles or doubts into your path. They might offer encouragement that subtly diminishes your efforts, saying things like, "That's a nice attempt, but maybe next time you'll really nail it," rather than genuine praise. They want to see you stay in a position where you don't outshine them, because your advancement reminds them of their own stagnation. It's a form of silent warfare, where their support is a cloak for their destructive intentions. They operate in the shadows, leaving no clear fingerprints, only a lingering sense of unease and a growing frustration with repeated setbacks. Then there's the silent competition, where your triumphs are met, not with joy, but with an unspoken challenge. You share exciting news of promotion, a successful new venture, a significant personal achievement. You expect a genuine congratulations, a shared moment of happiness. Instead, you're met with a polite, almost forced smile, and then, almost immediately, they pivot the conversation back to themselves. "Oh, that's great. You know, I just landed an even bigger client myself last week," or "That's pretty good. I remember when I achieved something similar. It was quite the struggle." Your moment is swiftly eclipsed, your achievement subtly minimized. It's not an outward display of jealousy, but a quiet, relentless need to one-up you, to ensure they remain in the perceived superior position. They don't celebrate with you, they compete against you. This dynamic is rarely loud or confrontational. It's a subtle shift in tone, a forced cheerfulness that quickly fades into a recounting of their own, often exaggerated, successes. They see your growth not as an inspiration, but as a direct challenge to their own perceived status. Your light, your achievements, inadvertently highlight their own insecurities and perceived shortcomings. So, they turn every shared success into an internal scoreboard, every congratulations into an unspoken contest. It's a continuous, covert race where they are always striving to be perceived as better, more accomplished, or more deserving. You didn't sign up for a competition, but they've silently declared one. This creates a perpetual state of unease, where sharing your happiness feels like an act of provocation rather than an act of connection. It's not genuine support. It's an ego skirmish disguised as friendship, superficial kindness. The smile that never quite reaches the eyes is another telling sign. These individuals master the art of saying all the correct, polite things. "I'm so happy for you," they'll exclaim, or "Wow, that's truly amazing." The words are impeccable, but your gut tells you something is amiss. There's a distinct lack of warmth, an absence of genuine emotional resonance. Their gaze might drift elsewhere, their tone might lack a certain soul, and their physical presence, when it truly counts, is conspicuously missing. Real connections are built on more than just pleasantries. They require presence, empathy, and a shared emotional landscape. Genuine friends are there for your triumphs, celebrating with unbridled enthusiasm, and they are equally present during your struggles, offering solace and unwavering support. Conversely, those whose kindness is superficial often perform a disappearing act during your highs and lows. They are absent when you truly need a shoulder to lean on, and equally absent when you crave someone to share in your joy. When they are physically present, their energy often feels cold, distant, or even robotic. It's as if they are going through the motions, reciting a script without any true feeling behind the words. This emotional detachment prevents them from connecting with real human experiences, including yours. They don't necessarily hate you, but they are incapable of genuine affection or empathy. They drift through your life, offering agreeable words, but never the substantive gifts of presence, understanding, or heartfelt connection. If someone's kindness feels like an automated response, devoid of authentic engagement, you are not experiencing a true friendship. You are witnessing a performance. And no matter how flawless the script, the hollow emptiness behind their smile will always be palpable. The most insidious form of manipulation often comes disguised as care, controlling through concern. It begins subtly, with phrases like, "This is for your own good," or "I just don't want you to get hurt." On the surface, these statements sound protective, even loving, yet an uncomfortable knot forms in your stomach. Your shoulders slump, your excitement wanes, and your voice might even tremble when you try to assert your own choices. What they label as care is, in fact, a calculated attempt to control. They rarely resort to shouting or direct confrontation. Instead, they influence gently, like a creeping vine slowly enveloping a sturdy tree, whispering sweet platitudes as it binds tighter. You propose a new idea, and they immediately highlight every possible risk, suggesting it's too ambitious. You vocalize a dream, and they dismiss it as unrealistic. You make a decision, and they gently imply you haven't thought it through properly. The most dangerous aspect is that their advice isn't always wrong. Sometimes their guidance does sound sensible, even mature. However, its consistent effect is to diminish you, to make you second-guess your own judgment. Soon, you find yourself seeking their approval before making any significant move, rather than trusting your own intuition. This behavior stems from their own internal chaos and insecurity. Unable to manage their own lives, they seek to exert control over others, creating a false sense of order and safety. They don't genuinely believe in your potential for growth. They believe in maintaining their grip over you. This is a long game, a gradual conditioning process. They don't force compliance. They cultivate dependence. They want you to internalize the belief that you need their advice, that you shouldn't proceed without their input. True support empowers you, offering wings to explore your own path. False concern, however, offers chains, disguised as protection. Real love says, "I believe in you, even if you stumble, I'll be here." Fake love whispers, "Do it my way, it's safer." If someone's care consistently leaves you feeling powerless, doubtful, or reliant, it's crucial to examine their true motives. Are they truly protecting you, or are they safeguarding their control over you? One path leads to liberation, the other to a smiling form of enslavement. Gossip and criticism. The venom they unleash when you're not around is another potent indicator. You walk into a room and a sudden hush falls. Smiles falter, energy shifts, and eyes dart away. No one explicitly says anything, but you feel it, a palpable tension, a sense that something has been said, something distorted. This is the insidious nature of gossip, silent, strategic, and profoundly self. When individuals lack the courage to confront you directly, they choose the cowardly path of poisoning your reputation behind your back. They don't attack your actions, they attack your character. They twist your words, cast doubt on your intentions, and subtly turn others against you, all without your knowledge. The beauty of their stealth lies in their subtlety. They never say anything overtly damning, just enough to sow seeds of suspicion, just enough to erode trust while they smile to your face as if nothing is amiss. This behavior is rooted in their own insecurity and fear. Your light, your authenticity, your peace threaten their own internal disarray. They don't attempt to match your energy or grow alongside you. Instead, they try to dim your light, to mute your presence. Your confidence highlights their insecurity, and your peace disturbs their chaos. So, they resort to backdoor warfare, stabbing you with words you'll never hear firsthand, then extending a hand as if nothing has transpired. However, gossip reveals far more about the speaker than it does about the subject. It's not your character on trial, it's theirs. People who are genuinely at peace with themselves have no need to dismantle others. Those who refuse to confront their own demons, however, project them onto you. So, the next time you sense that chill, that shift in energy, remember this. Their whispers aren't your shame. They are their desperate cry for help. And while they chatter behind your back, keep walking forward. For your dignified silence speaks louder than any gossip ever could. A profound indicator of concealed ill will is the absence of joy in your success. They may have been a steadfast presence during your struggles when you were financially strapped, facing hardships, or enduring profound personal setbacks. They were there, but the moment you begin to ascend, to regain your footing, to finally savor the fruits of your perseverance, a chilling silence descends. There's no genuine "wow, I'm so proud of you," no heartfelt celebration, not even a truly genuine smile. You share exciting news, a new role, a significant achievement, meaningful progress. Their response is a dismissive cool or a fleeting nod before they deftly change the subject. You feel the coldness, that subtle emotional void, and it stings. Why? Because when you were at your lowest, you were relatable. You posed no threat. Your struggles perhaps made them feel better about their own unaddressed issues. But now, as you grow, glow, and evolve, you inadvertently mirror everything they are not. They are incapable of genuinely celebrating your success because your light shines too brightly against the shadow of their own unaddressed self-worth. They may perform a semblance of happiness, uttering phrases like, "That's amazing," but their energy never lies. Their eyes remain flat, their tone devoid of genuine enthusiasm, and deep within, you feel the undeniable truth. They don't want to see you win. Every step forward you take feels like a step away from them, a reminder of their own stagnation. Your progress becomes a mirror, and what they see is not your happiness, but their own inertia. So, instead of rising with you, they retreat. This isn't because you've changed for the worse. It's because your positive evolution highlights their own resistance to change. It is profoundly heartbreaking to realize that those who walked alongside you through pain, cannot walk beside you through progress. However, understanding this dynamic is crucial for your emotional well-being. This subtle shift from being a comforting presence during your hardships to a withdrawn, almost resentful figure in your triumphs speaks volumes about their internal landscape. It reveals that their perceived support was less about genuine care for you and more about their own comfort in a dynamic where they felt superior or at least not challenged. Your upward trajectory disrupts that comfortable equilibrium, forcing them to confront their own unfulfilled aspirations or stagnant realities. It's a painful realization, akin to finding out that the person who offered a hand up was secretly hoping you'd remain just a few steps behind them. The truth is, your success inadvertently shines a light on their own perceived failures or lack of ambition. When you achieve a significant goal, like launching a successful online business or mastering a new skill, their immediate reaction might be to deflect or minimize it. They may say something like, "Oh, that's nice. You know, I've been thinking about doing something similar for ages, just haven't had the time," subtly shifting the focus and implying their own unattempted greatness. This isn't just about envy. It's about a deeper insecurity that prevents them from embracing your joy. Their inability to celebrate you reflects an internal struggle, a battle with their own sense of self-worth that your accomplishments unwittingly trigger. Consider the energy exchange. When you are genuinely happy, excited, and thriving, you emit a vibrant, positive energy. A true friend or supporter absorbs that energy and reflects it back, amplifying your joy. But with someone harboring concealed ill will, that positive energy hits a wall. It's absorbed and then redirected, often back at you in the form of subtle dismissals, passive-aggressive remarks, or simply a cold indifference. This creates an emotional drain, leaving you feeling deflated and questioning your own perceptions, even when you know you should be celebrating. The contrast between your genuine excitement and their flat, unenthusiastic response is jarring and deeply disorienting. They might even attempt to subtly undermine your future endeavors, still under the guise of caring. For instance, if you share plans for further expansion of your business, they might immediately bring up potential risks or past failures they've witnessed, emphasizing challenges rather than possibilities. Their advice becomes a means to inject doubt, to cool your enthusiasm, and to subconsciously nudge you back towards a less threatening, more comfortable for them position. It's a twisted form of protective behavior where they aim to protect you from success that might expose their own lack of progress. This behavior isn't about you doing anything wrong. It's entirely a projection of their internal battles. Your light isn't diminishing them. It's simply illuminating what they choose to keep in the dark within themselves. The discomfort they feel isn't caused by your success itself, but by the stark contrast it creates with their own stagnancy or unaddressed issues. They are struggling with their own shadow, the parts of themselves they deny or suppress, and your genuine happiness acts as a mirror to those unacknowledged aspects. Recognizing this pattern is not about assigning blame, but about understanding the emotional dynamics at play. It empowers you to detach from their negativity and to protect your own emotional space. You can't force someone to celebrate you, and you shouldn't have to. Your growth is your own, and it's vital to surround yourself with those who genuinely uplift and share in your victories, rather than those whose inner turmoil turns your success into a source of their own discomfort. Finally, body language offers an undeniable truth that words can never fully conceal. Words can be carefully chosen, smiles meticulously practiced, and compliments perfectly rehearsed. But the body screams the truth. When someone truly dislikes you, even secretly, they may never voice it aloud. They might never confront you. In fact, they will say all the right things. I am so happy for you. You deserve it. You've come so far. Yet, while their mouth recites pleasantries, their body broadcasts betrayal. Their smile might be stiff, vanishing too quickly. Their eyes may lack genuine sparkle or avoid your gaze altogether. Their body might subtly turn away from yours, rather than leaning in. Their tone will lack warmth and authenticity. That unsettling off energy you feel in the room, even before they utter a word, you're not imagining it. You're not being overly dramatic. What you're experiencing is your deep, ancient intelligence, intuition. Even when someone attempts to deceive with their words, their body will inevitably leak the truth. Here's the secret. When someone harbors envy, hatred, insecurity, or competitive feelings towards you, their nervous system reacts instantly. They might be smiling, but their jaw could tighten. Their shoulders might subtly lift, a sign of tension. Their breathing could become shallow, or their blink rate could increase. They might look away when you discuss your achievements, clap a second too late, or offer a hug devoid of warmth, their body leaning away instead of drawing closer. These aren't random occurrences. They are emotional microsignals, tiny, unconscious betrayals that your soul registers long before your conscious mind gathers explicit evidence. Your intuition, designed for survival, honed by millennia of human interaction, is wired to sense danger, even when it's cloaked in politeness and a winning smile. This is why you feel it in your stomach, your chest, or even perceive a shift in the temperature of the room. You feel inexplicably drained, uncomfortable, or confused because you're hearing friend but feeling threat. This fundamental disconnect between their words and their underlying energy is the glitch in the matrix, your powerful warning signal. Most people, however, ignore it, conditioned to prioritize politeness over their own profound perceptions. So, having illuminated these subtle yet powerful signs, what is your next step? You are not obligated to confront them, to expose their hidden animosity, or even to harbor resentment yourself. Your paramount objective is to safeguard your inner peace. Peace is an invaluable commodity, and you may have inadvertently squandered it on individuals who were never truly deserving of it. It is time to establish clear boundaries, to cease over-explaining your choices, and to relinquish the futile hope that they will finally offer genuine applause. Most critically, it is time to cease pouring your vital energy into individuals who consistently offer you shadows in return for your light. This is a harsh but necessary truth. Not everyone within your immediate circle is truly in your corner. Some individuals position themselves beside you not to uplift, but to meticulously observe your every move, silently anticipating any misstep. These individuals do not wield conventional knives. They strike with feigned smiles, delayed acknowledgments, and an undercurrent of silent resentment. Therefore, a profound choice awaits you today. Will you persist in attempting to win over those who secretly compete against you, or will you decisively choose yourself, your growth, and your emotional emancipation? True self-love begins precisely where false affection concludes. If this video has resonated deeply with you, if it has illuminated truths you instinctively felt but could not articulate, do not keep this revelation to yourself. Share it with someone who is navigating similar energetic discord, someone who yearns for clarity amidst confusing interactions. Drop a comment below and share which sign struck the deepest chord, which insight resonated most powerfully within your own experience. And if you are ready for more raw, profound psychological explorations and authentic dialogues about the intricate tapestry of human behavior, hit that subscribe button. This is merely the genesis. We are venturing deeper, exploring the hidden currents and underlying realities, all to empower you on your journey to master yourself in a world often concealed by masks. Your authentic journey has just begun. Share this video with someone who feels misunderstood in their closest relationships. Like it, comment, and subscribe to this channel, not out of impulse, but out of choice. Because when something touches the soul, the least we can do is let it keep resonating within us and through us.